So this is our button making machine. It consists of, you have this press, which is this blue part, and it has a lever that you turn and press down onto dies. So you get this two-part die little kit. The bottom bit with the spring and a post goes to the bottom. The top bit of the die has a center bit that drops down. So you can see it goes up and down. And you pop your button dome and fabric in there. These dies are, and the button shanks and domes, come in these little kits. Each size has its own set of dies. So you can borrow these. They come in different sizes, so there's 10, 16, 26, 36, and 40. 10 being the smallest, 40 being the largest. You can borrow these with your student loans card that you're given in your first year, beginning of your first year. You can borrow them when you need them, use them, and then return them right away, because we only have a set of each. If you keep them for a long time, then they're out of action for other students. So just use them, bring them back right away so that they're available for everybody. So once you decided on your size and you get your little kit, and you've got your two dies. So you pop in the bottom die on. You get your plastic shank. There's the black ones or white ones. And if you look at them, the disc, that's the bottom of the button, and then that little nipple bit is the shank of the button where you sew through. So that goes into the bottom with the nipple down, into the bottom die. You get the dome, and this is for the top die. And what you need to do is cut out a disc of fabric. So when you do that, if you use the top die and trace around it with a pencil, and then cut it out on the trace line. So for the 40 and 36, if you cut on the trace line. For the other ones, if you cut inside the circle a little bit, a few millimeters, it will fit. So you've got your disc cut out. So you take your top die, you put your disc of fabric on there, center it, and then pop your dome. So you're letting this bit drop down, and pop your dome in and push it down into the middle. So you can see it gathers around it. And then you can push the edges down a little bit. You don't have to do it a lot, just a little bit. When you get on the smaller sizes doing this, when you get to this size 16 and 10, if you use a pencil to push it in, because it's quite small hole. So now what I need to do is put this on top of the bottom die. But do it in one quick smooth motion, and then pull your lever down, because if you leave it sitting upside down for too long, it can slip out, especially when you use silk. So do it really quickly. So pop it on, turn your lever, and there's your button. Yeah. You can make all different kinds of buttons. If you're making silk ones, it's a good idea to line it with calico so it's more firmer. it's not so slippy. So you put your silk first, then your calico or some other cotton, and then pop your dome in there. So I could use some metallic trim and a layer of silk, and I pop it on, pop my dome in there, push it in, tease it down a little bit, and very quickly, and I've got a really nice button with some metallic lace on it. So you can do all kinds, use your imagination. You can print on your fabric first, you can use different silks, you could use nets, you can use trims, you could even embroider on. You could embroider after the fact, you could do something like that and do a little bit of embroidery on it. Your imagination is your limit. So just experiment with it and play with it. So you can make some really nice, original, very detailed buttons with this. And the prices are from 5p up to 20. Where buttons can be, you can pay quite hefty prices for buttons, especially when you start looking at like metallic and like military buttons and stuff like that. So just use your imagination and play with the different fabrics, and you can get some really pretty buttons. So this is available in the studio. Just ask one of the technicians and we'll get the set for you. So you just pay for the individual buttons inside. And that's button making machine. Thank you.